Everybody looks good. Yeah, y'all look good. Y'all look great. Very excited about it.
Thanks.
Very excited about it. It's the program for October 27th through November 2nd. That's right, we are crossing the monthly boundaries. Daniel Montoya Jr. for General Effect Media. And of course, back at it again. Can't miss, won't miss. We got Willie Hot Take Bradfield here on my left, your right. We're going in a different order. And of course, we have the truth himself, Aaron Blackley. Welcome back, gents. How are we feeling?
Good. Feeling pretty good.
Pretty good. Yeah, awesome. A big band weekend. Did y'all commit to band? What'd you do this weekend, Willie?
I watched Indy.
Oh, wait, aren't you a Texan at heart? We had UIL Area all day.
Well, I watched Indy. I couldn't watch Area.
Well, don't let any... Oh, that's true. We didn't just go... Was there an area competition locally?
There were a couple, but weather. Yeah.
So you didn't commit to Texas band, is what you're saying. Gotcha. And what about you, Aaron B?
Friday, I watched a little bit of prelims, the last block. But Saturday, I was busy carving pumpkins after work.
So. Wow. So you did not commit to band on Saturday, but did you commit to band yesterday because we had that rare all-day Monday area competition?
Monday's one of my days off at work, so I had the whole day to just watch all the Houston bands. Had a very good time.
Houston area bands as well.
Yes.
That's cool. I was in Vegas. I did not commit to band. I went to Complex Con.
Did you gamble?
I did. Yes. I gamble with my life every day. But I also gamble with money. That's right. So that's what I did. So I committed to band the least out of everybody. And by that, I mean I didn't watch a lick of band. I kept up with it through our mutual Slacks and text messages and whatnot. So an eventful weekend and Monday for marching band. Before we get into our regularly scheduled program, I would like to take a moment for an editorial. I wish I had a fun portmanteau with Montoya and editorial, but there's not one. So for those of you out there who are new to this or have been with us since the beginning, General Effect Media has been going on for a few years. We started as a Substack, an email that goes out. We had some Instagram stuff. And then last year, I started doing YouTube. And we've kind of pivoted to solely YouTube. We use the Substack to kind of send out updates about the YouTube videos. But pretty much we live on YouTube right now. That's the majority of where it goes. And the reason I started General Effect Media, is because I've always felt and continue to feel, because we haven't reached our potential. We're not even close. I've felt that there's a space in marching. And for the purposes of this editorial, marching includes band, drum corps, indoor winter color guard, and percussion. All of that, marching. There's a hole in it. And we have two major streaming companies. They haven't paid any money, so they don't get a specific name. But they're really not about content. And I think that one of them is like 97 or 98% streaming with limited content that they provide the day of the stuff. And the other one, they do their best, but I don't think it's what or maybe a lot of marching fans would want it to be. And so inspired by ESPN, inspired by The Athletic, The Ringer, college football. I'm a huge college football fan. So sites or talking heads like Josh Pate, Joel Klatt, and yes, even the zaniness of Pat McAfee inspired me to want to do something like that for marching. Because the reality is, it doesn't just end when marching band ends, or drum corps, or winter guard. We get announcements of new shows, new corps directors, new designers, new band directors at the high school level, or a new indoor winter color guard, or a new percussion. Like, all this stuff happens year round, and we also talk about it year round. We have discussions before the shows, during the shows, after the shows. We talk about it. Yes, I'm above age, so I can say it. So are these gents. At a bar, at a restaurant, over an alcoholic beverage, or even in car rides to shows or back shows or whatever. We talk about marching. Sometimes it's about what we saw, what we didn't like, what we liked, what we hoped. Hey, did you hear about this? I mean, just before the cameras came on, there was, this happens. Or anytime we get together, there's a little bit of discussion about this or that or whatever. So that was the reason why I wanted to do this, because I wanted a place, a neighborhood, our bar, if you will, where people can come together to talk about marching. Now, there's debates about what marching is. Is it a sport? Is it art? I happen to think it's a combination of both. I call it, or I'm not the only one that's called it this, so I will not take credit, but the intersection of athleticism and artistry, right? It's like a sport in that we keep scores. There's rankings, there's numbers. It's like art in that we are creating music and visual art. But the thing about art is it is not free of criticism. In fact, art welcomes criticism. That's what makes art, I think. The three of us can stand in front of a picture, a sculpture. We can watch a marching band show, a movie, a film score. And we can have three vastly different opinions of it. One can love it, two can hate it. That's just the way art is. And if what we do as designers, creators, directors, performers, all that in marching, if what we do is considered art, if we think it's artistry, if we think it's art, well, it's not shielded from criticism. And I think it's really important that we understand and acknowledge that criticism is a part of what we do. That's why we have judges' tapes. That's why we have judges' commentary. There's a lot of judge speak. There's going to be wrong notes. There's going to be intonation issues. There's going to be dirty drill, drops, all those things. It's going to happen all year long in whatever circuit you're in. And rarely do you hear someone on tape goes, well, that was a bad note. Boy, that didn't sound good. You'll hear having some excellence issues in the snare line. Maybe we might want to correct our intonation. Oh, watch that step off there, like judge speak. It's still criticism. It's commentary. And then they put numbers down, which means they rank you. And I think that there's too much money that exchanges hands in marching. And if you don't know how much marching can cost, we can go from low five figures, we can go to hundreds of thousands of dollars. And I'm not saying that because a band has a $250,000 marching band budget, that means they're welcome, they're open to be criticized. That's not what it means. But similar to college football, we're in a sort of gray area of professionalism and amateurism. The kids aren't getting paid, but they are paying a lot of money, especially if they go on a trip to Grand Nationals or Orlando or stuff like that. Your coordinators, some can buy a brand new car with the amount of money they're getting paid. Arrangers can get anywhere from, I don't know how, as little to as much as $17,000. And I'm not just pulling these numbers out of thin air. These are numbers that I know designers are making. And I'm all for it. I don't make that kind of money, but I make a living at it. And with all that money exchanging hands, there's going to be sort of like, well, maybe there is warranted space for criticism of the adults. And that brings me to sort of the one guideline that I had in creating GEM was that this isn't ever meant to be about punching down. And we don't want to talk ill of the performers, especially on a scholastic level, meaning that they are in public schools. They are still students. They are still amateurs. We can say things like, I think when that drill gets clean, it's going to be special. That's great. You can say, oh man, the soloist maybe didn't have the night they wanted, but I've heard them before and they're great, or they're going to lock in, or all of these things. We can still talk that way about it, but you're never going to hear, or I would hope that anybody affiliated with GEM would never say things like that kid was awful. Boy, if that kid didn't blow that solo, they would have made finals, which is, if you know anything about judging, a kid blowing a solo or making a solo is not going to influence, a total ranking of anything like that. If a band doesn't make finals, we're not going to say, these are all the reasons why they didn't make finals. But at the same time, if they win or if they make finals, that doesn't give us full reign to punch up to them. That's not what I want to do. I want this to be about opinions and fun and all the things that we talk about. But still, if we're going to rank bands, if judges get paid to rank bands, and I was one of them, that means that there's an order. That means someone was the best. And if you have a best, you have to have a worst. Now, that doesn't mean we're going to harp on the worst, but it doesn't mean that we can only talk about the best on that. So we'll try always to not punch down and not make it about the kids in any negative way, shape, or form. As far as I'm concerned, the adults are fair game. We get paid a lot of money to do what we do in marching. A lot of money. Some people, like I mentioned, are getting paid almost a public teacher school salary to do what they do for one show. But that doesn't mean we're just going to lay into the adults. But in the words of John Hamm, that's what the money's for. And I said this in the summer this year. I said it in the summer last year when I would speak less than positive about certain shows. More often than not, I am speaking about show design. And this is for me, and I would assume anyone else who comes on GEM. We are talking about the design more than the performance. We will mention performance, but the more negative stuff will always be about the design. Why? Because that's the stuff that the adults control, and that's what the money is for. Now, I edit the podcast. I hear us, I take it all in, and then I go home and I edit the show. If something is even too close to the line, I'll get rid of it. You know, there are some things that we may not think is bad, and some people may, but I'll get rid of it. And in some cases, some things go out, and I joke because it's happened. I'll get DMs or text message, oh, blah, 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 blah. And it's always, more often than not, until recently, always in good fun. But I wanted to make sure that everyone out there who watches and listens understands that this is where we're coming from. But I also understand that there can be misinterpretations or the perception or any of that stuff. And that's not our goal. That's not what we want to do. And we're not going to ever do that. And so William actually had this as a really good idea. And this is something that I used to do all the time when I used to teach, is after a performance, halftime or a show, I would Oreo the commentary. And the kids would line up and I would start with the good, and then I'd get to the bad, and then I'd end with good again. And so moving forward, as we discuss a show or a program or a design or anything, we will do our best to sandwich it between positive comments or less than negative comments. You know, we will try not to be perceived as negative. And again, we're not trying to punch down. We never do. We never want to, but we understand that sometimes it can be seen as that. So we will do our best to be positive around the negative. We're not going to be positive Polly's. This is not a blog where it's nothing but, look at the way the flags go up. Fantastic. That's not how all band shows are. That's not how all marching shows are. We're going to be real. But we'll have a little bit of a leash on us when we do that. So that is my little editorial. And if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, concerns, you definitely know how to reach us. Go ahead and contact us, tag us, any of that stuff. And lastly, from me at least, I will say we welcome any and all professionals on this show. We wouldn't take performers because more often than not, that probably means they are still in high school. So we're not going to do that. But if you are a tech or a teacher or anything like that, and you're graduated and you have the authority to speak on behalf, we'll welcome the conversation about getting you on the show. I will only say that I prefer in person to Zoom. I hate Zoom. It's so plastic. It can be very fake. I like the tension of being in person. And this is more honestly for us than maybe any guests. Because let's say Aaron and Willie here get nervous, but if they're over Zoom, they can keep it calm. But if they get here in person, maybe you start to see the nerves. And that's when the real fun begins. So if you would love to come on here, maybe you have a take that is different from us. Maybe you have taken offense to a take. Hey, you know what? I don't put anything out there that I wouldn't willingly say to somebody's face. If you want to come on here, we welcome that. So before we move on, Aaron or Willie, do you have anything you'd like to add, or just jump in?
Yeah, I'd like to just reemphasize something I talked about in an earlier episode, where my thing at the end of the day with marching band, the educational experience for the kids is the most important thing for me. When I'm forming criticisms, that is the lens that I am framing that criticism through. Mm-hmm. I think every single kid, even if they're getting if they're placing at the bottom at BOA San Antonio, I think they deserve an excellent marching band show that's written very well for them to perform. Also something that they can get into. Mm-hmm. And if I don't think something meets that mark, I don't want to shy away from saying that I don't think it meets that mark. That has nothing to do with the kids.
Correct.
They can't control the show they get.
Right.
And I've had this discussion with friends, just about there sometimes is such a disconnect between the students and the adults, whether it's the directors or the designers, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. and even the parents can also, like, if the kids aren't enjoying a show, the parents are going to know. The kids are going to go home and talk to them about that. And then the parents aren't invested. And it's a very frustrating experience for everyone involved. So I think the criticism is very necessary for this activity to continue to go strong. And yeah, like I said, has nothing to do with the kids. I'm making the criticisms so the kids, in my opinion, can get a better product to perform.
And again, it goes back to what I feel about art. Art demands criticism to grow and expand. And if we didn't criticize shows, we may be still marching the way we did in the 80s or 90s. But someone goes, what if we did it different? What if we did it better? And that's how you get shows that blow our minds. That's how you get music that's just like, wow. And I think that's kind of at least where I come from.
Yeah. Same with me. The only time I'll ever say anything remotely negative, it's going to be completely about design. And every time I say something positive, it's about design and performance. I only talk about performance in a positive light.
Yeah, and this
because it's more fun to talk about performance. It
is, and this is me, and I know I'm stepping on. We didn't have to take a vow when we judged bands of America, but I'm not the type of person who thinks every band deserves a standing ovation after their performance, because I think if every band deserves a standing ovation, nobody deserves a standing ovation. It's like that Seinfeld episode where the guy kept using the word breathtaking for everything, and it just killed what's the effectiveness of breathtaking. Does every band deserve a standing ovation for the season and getting through everything and all that? Absolutely. But does every show deserve a standing ovation? I personally don't think so. And I stick true to my word. I don't stand up for every show. I don't stand up for pieces or concerts if I don't believe the concert deserved a standing ovation. Does that make me a hater? Possibly. Does it make me a critic? I will say yes. And that's the end of the program. No, I'm just kidding. All right, we're going to move on. Before I forget, this will be the last episode, not of the program, on this set. So excited. I will be working on what is the third or fourth iteration of this set in the same year. Last year doesn't count because I kept moving around, but I'm very excited. Really going to lean into the zany aspect of what I think this can be in terms of informal, casual, fun conversation. We're going to be real, just like we've always been. We're not going to be more real. I mean, I keep it real. Do you keep it real? We'll say yes. You keep it real. For real. Connor, for
That's
real.
That's a lot. That's four.
Yeah, no, I think we got it. Let us jump into the recap. We've got a lot to talk about. Somebody in the comment section, can you talk about Delaware? Where here's your wish, where we all got pie on our face? I don't know.
Yeah.
The Mid-Atlantic Regional. We predicted with nary even a shadow of like this would not happen. That Kiski, Aaron. Kiski. Someone commented.
Kiski.
It's not Kiski. They commented it. If you read our comment section, Kiski area, we predicted they were going to win. They're what, 7th or 8th straight regional or whatever. I don't know what the number is.
Something like that.
And they didn't win prelims or finals, did they?
Nope.
The band we predicted would get second one, didn't they? Mm-hmm. The Norwegians of Norwin High School, I'm assuming. They won. They won. And was it a convincing win? Tell me about this win.
Didn't they sweep?
Yeah, they swept.
Cool.
It wasn't like I want to say...
Wasn't a dirty win? Like when, captions are split or anything?
No, yeah, it was a sweep. It also wasn't a huge gap between first and second. I think they're still within a point. But...
In Norrin's 2A, right?
Yeah, they're both 2A.
So did they sweep prelims and finals over Kiski?
I think Kiski took in caption in prelims. I forgot which one, though.
Wow. Now, is Kiski done? Or are they going to Grand Nationals?
They are not going to Grand Nationals.
Is Norwin done?
Yes, they are done.
They are done. So this was the end of the season for both.
Unless there's some other local contest.
Is Pimba around? Pennsylvania, or is that indoor? Could be indoor. I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm glad I didn't predict that contest.
But you didn't disagree with us.
Yeah, I didn't disagree.
So,
Therefore,
so you know what is that? You were
lying by
complicit.
omission.
You were complicit with this, Willie. Willie complicit Bradfield.
Man.
I had like a gut feeling this was going to happen.
Can you tell everyone what we say about you on the Slack?
It's the Blackley kiss of death. But I think pretty much everyone had Kiski sweeping.
I don't think the Norwin kids did. The Norwegians.
No. Clearly not. But like you look at all of their head-to-heads this season, every single time Kiskia swept Norwin.
Yeah.
I like to think of it as like they saw the show and they're like, we'll show them. And then
And that's what I say happens at Vandegrift. Every year I predict them to lose to Rouse. They're like, okay, that's cute. So they better hope I don't predict them later on in the year in this episode. Newsflash, I'm not. The Indianapolis Super Regional. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is this the one I asked about an over-under on Blue Springs?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Can you remind me, was it the over-under on their third place score? Or did I...
It was how close will they be to Carmel?
Oh, okay. And okay, great, gotcha. And you had said
1 point.
1 point. They were going to be at least 1 point, or I forget how that works. 1 point was and you were 0.6. Do we know the spread?
I forgot it.
It was over a point.
So Price is Right rules.
Aaron,
So Aaron won because they were closer to 1 than they were to 0.6. Oh,
and I'm gonna toot my own horn a little
Go
bit.
for it.
And even though I said that like Blue Springs would be closer to Carmel than you think, about an hour before Carmel went on, I had a gut feeling and a realization. I was like, oh, we're way too low on Carmel this year.
he did.
We
text.
are way too low on Carmel. I don't know what it is, but I feel like we're just way too low on them.
Well, hold on. By we, let's clarify. These gents here who
Us.
are yes,
Us.
yes,
Not you, but
yes,
us.
Yes, I plead the fifth.
I had a gut feeling. I was like, wait, I was like, oh, it's just a giant cycle. Every year, Carmel comes out and everyone's like, oh, the show's fine. It's fine. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but it's fine. And then by the end of the year, they stuff it in everyone's face. Every single year.
Wow.
Every single year. And then it made me realize, I was like, we're way too low on Carmel.
When was the last time Carmel beat Avon in a round? Is it since Avon won
It was 2023 semifinals.
That was
wow. So they haven't lost. And has Avon lost a show since then? So that's the last.
That's the last time Avon has
anything they
lost a
lost.
show.
Wow. So Avon wins prelims and finals, dirty prelims and finals, right? So in prelims,
Carmel won music and effect.
which is wild because effect is usually the way things go.
Yeah.
So I asked this, was Avon just so spectacular visually in comparison to Carmel?
yes.
I would say yes. I would say definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Avon's on another level visually. It's crazy.
It does seem like the Avon's Goliath right now. And it would be unfair to label a Flower Mound like a David because financially and talent-wise and all, they're not a David. But it will take a special kind of show to knock off Avon. I think Avon has entered Blue Devils type territory where it's just like, well, you got to be...
Who else but Avon? They're
Yeah,
just
right?
gonna win again.
People are going to start saying ABA.
But I feel like this weekend showed
Anyone
that
but Avon. That's what... Anyway.
this weekend showed that they are not unbeatable.
Correct. Correct. Which...
Makes it way more fun.
It does make it way more fun. And then in finals, was it the same? Or no, in finals, what happened to captions?
Avon won visual and effect.
And then
And it
Carmel
was-
won music?
Yes. And I believe, glancing at the recaps, in finals, every single GE judge had Avon first. So
Gotcha. And it's a different panel in finals? Or
it's a mix of
that's
both
right.
panels.
It's a mix of both panels. Avon first, Carmel second. Who was third?
Blue Springs.
Springs.
Blue Springs. Okay. Fourth?
Fishers.
Fishers. Is that close to what y'all had thought was happening?
No, not at all.
Who'd y'all have getting fourth, potentially?
Castle?
I think we had Castle
Yeah,
fourth.
they
yeah.
were fifth.
Castle. So you weren't too far off.
But
and
Fishers was much higher than we expected.
this is the Bear Show.
Yeah.
What is it called again? The Bear
Grim and
Necessities?
Barrett.
Grin and
Or
Barrett.
Grin or Grim? Grim?
Oh, Grim, because it'd be Grim Fairy Tales?
Yeah, Grin. I'm not sure. Is
I-
Grin or Grim?
I'm awful with show names.
Apparently. Actually, I don't know why I said that. Were there any surprises that happened with the results?
Fishers.
Yeah, I mean Fishers. I mean, you look
Because who did Fishers lose to earlier in the season?
Tarpon Springs.
well, Kiski area.
That's the show. That's okay. So if you go off of what things were happening, that might have right?
And then also their results at Orlando, they were 6 points behind Tarpon Springs, and their trading captions with Stoneman Douglas,
Right.
which is on paper, I believe, Fishers is the overall stronger program.
I would agree.
And I wouldn't have not expected them to be that close.
In the interest of fairness to you kids, Fishers is from where?
Indiana.
Did they drive or fly to Orlando?
They flew.
They flew.
Or wait, actually, I don't know. All I know is that they did not rehearse 4 days leading up to Orlando.
That's the thing. Travel will influence, and this will go into later at the end of the year when we discuss why I think there should be a rotation of Grand Nationals. Travel is a great, like, it is a huge issue for why some bands can do well, some bands can't. You know, like Avon traveled down to San Antonio. Did they drive or fly? Do you remember?
They had to have flown.
I'm sure.
They had to have flown.
But so they still have to travel, and kids can still get tired. There's a time zone change. There's all the you're out without your parents, and there's no school. Like you're supposed to go to bed by 11. Like there's all these things.
Yeah.
Not to take anything away from Stoneman Douglas's performance, but maybe Fishers had less of a preferred performance in Orlando. But they're at home. They got to sleep in their own beds. All that stuff. Wow. So does this potentially strengthen or change your thoughts? You remember we said, do you think Avon's going to go undefeated? So in BOA Grand Nationals, they've got 3 more rounds, right? Like that's it. Are they going undefeated?
ISMA, they always seem to have the
always
opposite.
Right.
So I feel like whoever wins ISMA is going to be, they're not going to win at Grand Nationals.
So that's interesting.
I'm going to say that Avon's not going to go undefeated.
Yeah, I don't think they'll go
I will
undefeated.
also agree. I think Avon stumbles. Honestly, if Avon stumbles, that only means they're going to be so much better at Grand Nationals because
And you know
unless
that
they stumble at finals.
you just know that if they have a less than ideal semifinals performance, they're just going to come out and blow the doors off
That's
in
the
the finals.
thing. It's why I said that the Blue Coats could not perform after the Boston Crusaders because the crowd was just going to it wasn't going to work for them. They have to perform before the Boston Crusaders. If Avon loses semis, give it to them in finals. Like they need to win prelims and finals.
Depends on how
someone else.
I would say depends on how close it is.
Well, then it needs to be a beatdown, or else you're going to think that Avon has to be the number one money line. You would lose money if you bet that Avon was going to win Grand Nationals. This brings me to our new segment, I'm just kidding. We did. I still think it's a good idea, but whatever. Anything else about the Indianapolis Super Regional?
Shout out Harrison. They did.
Carl Harrison.
Yeah, they did very, very good after I'd say a disappointing finish at I forgot which regional earlier this year. Was it? I think it was Memphis.
That sounds about right.
They finished behind Lambert, another Georgia band.
That's right.
But then they came out swinging at, I think they finished 9th.
That's great.
Or I think they were 10th, but they were
either way, that's still great.
4th in music in finals.
Harrison has always been one of the better playing bands in the country. I used to write for them. Got fired by them too. Take a drink every time you watch an episode and I say a program that fired me. And I say fired. Nobody ever goes, you're fired. Copyright Daniel Montoya. But anyway, continue. What else do you got?
I also want to give a shout out to Noblesville.
It all begins with a dot, right?
It was random. I don't think so. I don't think it was.
I think
that.
Or I saw a caption with that. Continue. Doesn't really matter.
I saw it was just random. I went to go get food and I came back. I was like, oh, who's on? Oh, it's Noblesville. I haven't really watched any shows from Noblesville in the last few years. I went and it says, and it had one of the coolest visual identities I've seen in a long time.
They had dots for backpacks.
The dots on the back. I thought it was so cool. I was watching with friends and we were like, that's so cool. I had never seen anything like that before.
I really wish, and we can never, we don't want to get any emails or copyright strikes from our channel. I really wish people could watch us watch shows, like if we could, because people could see how much fans we truly are. Some of us more jaded than others, but regardless, we wouldn't sit here talking about band if we didn't really like band, if we didn't commit to band. I joke that I'm not a band nerd, but I literally have a channel devoted to talking to band. Texas UIL area. This weekend and Monday was 2A, 4A, and 6A area. The 2 rounds that determine which bands in the state of Texas advance to the state marching contest at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas, or Band Antonio or San Bantonio. It doesn't really matter. A lot of the usual suspects made it in. The brand new sheets, which we discussed last week, might have had the potential to mess some things up or at least cause some chaos. So let's go for it. What happened? What do we want to talk about?
Do you want to go in alphabetical order?
Oh my God. Sure.
For what?
Like
Just
A,
area
B, C,
results,
D.
like who
yeah.
made state and all that.
I mean, we don't have to name every band that made state. Because that'll be forever. Anyway, let's go. Jump in.
All right, Area A,
Area
Pebble Hills,
A.
they won area.
Shout out to Pebble Hills, El Paso, Texas.
They swept music, and second place was Permian. They swept visual. So
Wow. So a solid like top 2 on there. Awesome. Special shout out to a band I write for, Transparency, Franklin High School, who did not make finals last year, but made finals this year, area finals. So that's an improvement for them. Good for them. Good for them.
And area B,
yeah, it was Capel was your area champion.
Capel.
LD Bell
Yeah,
They won
won
prelims,
prelims.
Yeah,
proving
Which is
that they're
a-
showing at Prosper or Bedford.
it was
Waco.
Waco is when they did really well.
Was not a fluke. Wow. Is Bell back?
Say they never left.
Yeah,
Aaron Blackley. They never
I'd say
left.
they took a 1-year hiatus, which also came off of a couple years hiatus. So
Right. Design team changes.
They're back again.
They're back again. Count out that Blue Raider band. Area B. Awesome. All right.
And then area C, I always forget who's in
that
every
was a
area.
Waxahachie.
Waxahachie.
They almost swept. Forney, I think, took one music judge in finals.
All right. Area C. All right. Wait. Gotcha. Which one's the Louisville area?
That's J.
Gotcha. We'll get there.
One more thing about Area C. This was Rockwall Heath's first time ever qualifying for the state marching contest.
So both Rockwall and Rockwall Heath advanced as I saw on the interwebs. Fantastic. Area D. Now we're just talking about 6A right now, right?
Yes.
All
The
right. what
most
hap-
complex area.
Which one's Area D?
That's the one with all of Round Rock ISD.
Gotcha. Oh, that was a
Reagan,
fun one.
CTJ,
Yeah, so
Dripping
Cedar Ridge
Springs.
won.
So
it was prelims
explain,
only.
Explain what happened in Area D.
Yeah, there was a big weather scare, storm coming through. I mean, it was basically the entire state.
Yeah. Interesting. Did we know about this days ahead of time?
Yes.
Yes.
Did they scheduled it anyway?
UIL stubborn.
Okay, gotcha.
Or it's the decision's not made by UIL.
It's made by the area or the
yeah,
region.
the region chair.
Yeah. So 2 areas, which we kind of alluded to earlier, postponed until Monday. Houston area schools.
3.
3
All
postponed
3 of the Houston areas.
of the Houston areas. This particular area D in 4A and 6A
And 2A.
and 2A did not have finals, right?
Correct.
Because of the weather, because of so many delays and lightning. So Cedar Ridge performs first right out of the gate at 9:30 a.m., right?
Yeah.
Did they get poured on?
No, it was
clear
surprisingly
until like the last, what?
It didn't really start raining until finals was supposed to start, and then it
Yeah.
got canceled.
Gotcha.
So all the prelims performance had
Yeah.
clear weather. And performing first and getting first is something you don't really see a lot.
That means they were undeniable at that point.
Yeah. That
Who
means
gets like
a judge had them, okay, boom. And then every other band after that were like,
that's why I don't buy the whole like, oh, you drew first, you're never gonna do well. I mean, you set the standard at that point. Any other weird surprises on that?
Dripping Springs was second.
I think you predicted that, or y'all predicted
Reagan
that.
third.
Oh, I think that sounds familiar.
And then Mo and Gene Johnson got fourth.
Now, that's kind of a surprise, right?
I wouldn't say.
I
I
wouldn't
think
say a
it
surprise.
should have been that way, but I was concerned about the percussion. But their percussion judge gave them 10th. But they're still fourth.
They were still fourth. So imagine if they were higher. Would they have jumped Reagan if the percussion was more in line with the other scores?
I believe so, yes.
Gotcha. Okay. Well,
And
congrats
then,
to them. getting in.
Claudia Taylor Johnson.
Is Claudia Taylor Johnson back?
I'd say, yeah, they're improving.
Did they make state last year?
Yes, they did.
And did they make it the year before? Have they made it
I think
every
they
year
made it
since
every-
the director changed?
Yeah, I don't think they've missed state.
Yeah, I think
since
they made
they
it every
first
time.
But they have missed regional or super regional finals, right?
Yeah, they. I was very surprised they made state. And looking at the results from Area D last year, there's definitely some stuff I did not agree with.
Last year or this year?
Yes, last year.
Last year.
This year, I didn't see. There wasn't a ton that I found egregious.
Sure.
So I thought, I had CTJ pretty high on my bubble of making state.
Yeah, for the most part, the judging just all this weekend has been consistent, pretty pretty solid
most part.
for the most part.
which we'll talk about.
We'll talk about
Who was
later.
fifth?
It was CTJ.
It's CTJ.
Oh,
Yeah.
And
And
was,
that
Mo and
sixth
Gene.
was-
so the Johnson Johnsons. Gotcha.
Yes.
Who was our alternates? Who just missed?
Bowie was 7th or 6th.
Gotcha.
Sixth, and then Round
Rock.
Rock was 7th.
Yeah. And
Gotcha.
Then, and I
then
think it was Westwood,
and then
Churchill, McNeil. They would have rounded out the finals.
I would have. You know what? I mean, at some point you got to stop doubting a group. You know, to hear that Churchill was like there, I would have been. But they've had a pretty successful season for them. So
Yeah.
They've
shout out
also
Churchill.
pretty consistently been making area finals. I don't think they've missed area finals in a long time.
Did you hear the scam about Churchill? They might be moving down
Oh yeah.
to 5A
Yeah, they're
Really?
gonna
on this is via football coaching slacks or discussion threads,
Yeah,
right?
it was a football or TexasFootball.com. They have they do articles.
Because they're
there.
because Snapshot Day is Halloween this Friday.
Yes.
And they're saying Churchill could drop down to 5A.
Wow.
That could be very interesting. I definitely think they'd make state out of. They'd still be Area D and 5A.
And who is 5A area? Is that the Cedar Parks?
No, that
That's
is going to
H.
be Hendrickson, and then
They beat Hendrickson at TMC, didn't they?
yeah, Lake Belton.
They beat Lake Belton. Oh, Lake Belton didn't go.
Yeah, yeah, I think they would be a strong contender for area champion for sure.
Wow. I mean, they could be a state finalist in 5A.
Oh, absolutely.
Wow. There's a lot of craziness that is about to. We won't find out for months,
with
right?
realignment. Yeah.
Or we won't know for sure on Friday. The numbers do get released publicly.
And but they don't release the cutoff lines,
Yes.
right? So we can just kind of guess.
Yeah, and
Woo!
we all the especially the football nerds. Shout out to them. I don't follow the high school football at all, but I'm always visiting those forums around this time of the year because they have all the insider info and they have the best guesses of where the cutoffs are going to be based on a whole variety of factors.
Right. Woo! Big stuff. All right, E.
We're gonna skip E for now.
Okay.
And we're gonna go to F.
All right, F.
The Woodlands.
Oh, okay.
They almost swept prelims and finals. There was one judge who had them third both times, which
Music or
was
visual?
music both times. It was brass in prelims and woodwinds in
This
finals.
is the one.
And this is it was the same judge both times.
Gotcha. Okay.
So take that as you will.
So somebody just liked other bands better than the Woodlands.
Yes.
It happens.
And then second place, I was really excited for this. I was watching streams all day. One of my favorite shows was North Shore. They've been on like a steady climb all season. I think they started 6th at a BOA North Houston. Then they jumped up above Dawson at the Lone Star Preview. College Park was second there. And now they passed up College Park as well. So they're climbing the ranks and wow.
Yeah, they got second.
They can play really, really well.
They have continuously played really well for quite some time now.
Yes.
You showed me something. Was it last night? The North Shore
2018.
2018.
That's not the year they made finals, but they did Belshazzar's Feast as their opening hit, and it is probably my favorite opening hit in all of marching band ever. Yes.
Even more than the remaining
Which one is
after
that?
the announcement. It's the LD Bell, the one that
Oh.
should have won in 2006.
Yes. More than that.
The
Is
one
there-
with the greatest timed announcement of BOA history.
It's not about the timing of the announcement.
I
It's
know.
about
I'm
the
just trying to create a little give and take here. That's fine. Whatever. So you love North Shore. Aaron
Yes.
loves North Shore.
indeed.
What's next?
G.
G.
We had John B. Alexander.
We did.
They won. I think they took 4 out of the 5 judges.
Mm-hmm.
The other judge gave, or I think it was a music judge, was for Hana. They were
Yep,
second.
second.
And then third was Edinburgh.
That's right.
And unfortunately, once again, Westlaco. Thank you. Were the state alternates.
Yes. How many? In the interest of full disclosure, I write for Westlaco High School, and I get the texts that go, "We got second or we got third in prelims," and then one year they took two and they were third, and then they'll get third and then they'll get fourth, or they'll drop to fifth. I'm not going to blame Aaron's kiss of death, but did you give him a kiss of death, Aaron?
No.
You did not.
I think I just let our friend Hattie know that they were third in prelims. I think that's all I said.
Okay, well, yes. Shout out to Weslaco. They are the Phantom Regiment of Area G. Always or back in the day, Phantom Regiment was like the bridesmaid, the perpetual bridesmaid of DCI until they finally co-won with the Blue Devils in '96. That was what that reference was. So y'all know an entirely different history of Phantom Regiment than I do because y'all are all young. I'm older. H.
That is Vista Ridge.
Yes,
That's
Vista
right.
Ridge won.
Area.
Which is a running theme for that.
Running theme
Yeah.
for some reason, except for I think last year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They always seem to win area.
Yeah, they win area and then
And then
Vandegrift wins state.
Something like or passes them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Vista Vandy, who is third?
Westlake.
Westlake. All right. Is this high for them or about?
No, that's
about right.
That's
Okay.
It ended up basically exactly how I thought it would. And Lake Travis was fourth.
Okay.
State alternate was Brandeis.
Wow.
They've typically been the state alternate the past few years. So I think very normal things happen with Area H this year.
Right. Rumblings of Leander schools moving up to 6A?
I know earlier we were talking about Cedar Park.
Right.
The football nerds did not mention Cedar Park.
I would trust them. more
However, they did mention Rouse and Glenn.
Yeah.
That's because it's just maybe things will be easier. But by adding Rouse and Glenn, does that increase the amount of bands that could go to state from that area?
Probably not, especially since I think a couple of the San Antonio schools are also rumored to be dropping to 5A. So
Who?
Medina Valley and Northside Holmes.
Okay. What is that? H? I? Or are we saving that one?
We're an I.
No, we're going for I right now. Bridgeland ended up winning.
They did.
Second was Seven Lakes.
That's right. That's
And then third was Cy Woods.
Cypress Woods.
Cy-
Yes,
Woods.
Cypress Woods. And then fourth,
Cinco
Ranch.
Chico Ranch.
Who
First
are-
times. Oh,
yeah, or no, I think they've made
well, I was going to say
state.
first time since 2004. I think is what they said.
Oh, really? Oh, dang.
It has.
Okay,
It has
they're
been
just
from-
a while.
From some of our sources that saw them in person in finals, they said that Cinco Ranch was absolutely insane. In
Cinco
finals.
Ranch, another program that fired me, has always been a fantastic playing band. They've had great middle school feeders. They played at Midwest, the middle school. They've just been in an area that's been tough. And as we mentioned, and I've already forgotten the name, that former SFA director is now at Cinco Ranch, probably running the marching band. And that's why you have seen this dramatic rise in performance and execution. So
shout out my roommate. He went to Cinco Ranch High School.
Did he
was
play-
not a band kid.
never mind then. Okay. Okay. Well,
And then
Then fifth
fifth we have Sci Fair.
Cy Fair.
So it was a Sci-Fair Katy. I mean, was it always going to be Sci-Fair and Katy ISD bands? Is that
It's-
pretty much that entire area?
I think it's basically just Cy Fair, Katy, and then I think some Houston ISD schools, and
Right.
I think Aldine.
Okay. With A-Leaf potentially? I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I
really.
forgot. No, I think A-Leaf is
Oh, gotcha.
Isn't
Gotcha.
that right?
Okay. Wow.
mostly. It's basically all Katy and Cypress schools that make finals in state.
What's next? Jay? Are we talking about Jay? Or are we moving?
Jay. We're
Jay.
talking about Jay.
Talking about Jay. Okay. Who's in Jay? What happened to Jay?
Flower Mound.
Oh, yes.
One area.
Did they sweep prelims and finals?
No, they. I think they run 4 judges in prelims, 3 judges in finals.
But they were first both rounds?
Yes.
Was it a convincing ordinal victory? Because we use ordinals.
would
at
say-
I
UIL.
think so. Yeah, it was like
Especially-
6-12 or something.
Oh.
At both prelims and finals, they won every visual judge.
by a lot too.
They won percussion both rounds.
I'm so very excited to talk about this later on.
I think they won brass in prelims, and then in finals, Hebron took brass and woodwinds.
Makes sense. Hebron won woodwinds in prelims.
Yes.
And then you said they won percussion both rounds,
Yes.
and
Not a surprise.
that was the overall ordinal, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is what I wanted. When we were driving over here, I was like, oh, I want to talk about this and how the sheets are actually judged.
Okay, well,
It's
And we could
it's
like because people think that the percussion caption is the percussion score, but that's not necessarily.
then what is it?
They have an ensemble and content subcaption as well. I believe the ensemble caption is, and if anybody knows better, I would love to be corrected, but I believe the ensemble caption is just music as a whole, and then they focus on percussion and also give a content score. I'm not sure if that content score is for overall or just percussion.
So when I look at the 6A recap, are the judges supposed to be, music is ensemble, right? Brass is brass?
Oh, no, music is actually woodwinds.
Oh, yeah.
There's a typo on the sheet for some reason.
So basically, they all of them, music, woodwinds, brass, and percussion are all music ensemble judges, but they are supposed to have an emphasis on woodwinds, brass, percussion.
Yes.
Now, looking at this in a different area, Andy Eldridge was doing percussion, a percussionist. Moses Simon, I'm not sure if he's Hispanic or not, did percussion at another area. So you would pick a percussionist to do percussion. So naturally, you're probably going to gravitate towards percussion, but at the same time, you're also judging everything. Makes sense. Who was after Flomo, Hebron?
And
Marcus.
then Marcus.
And then fourth was a very convincing, I think every single judge gave Prosper fourth, with Wiley East and Wiley trading blows for fifth and sixth.
Wow. And they took 6?
Wiley.
No.
Wiley was sixth.
How many did they take?
4.
They took 4. Well, why'd you mention them? No, I'm just kidding. Wow. Okay. That was a wild, wild weekend to stay alliterative with our W's. Brings us to our next segment. What were those judges thinking? Which Willie B really wants to talk about Area E. First,
Well, we both want to talk
okay.
about
So how many do they take to state in Area E? There was
5.
5 bands. Those bands in order, I'll just get that out of the way. Pearland, Dawson, Clearbrook, Dickinson, and Clements. All right. Go for it.
Well, we'll look at. Do you want to say the obvious
Why don't
stuff?
you prepare
the
this
obvious
stuff first?
yet?
Just jump in.
All right, so yeah, in prelims, there was a very rare occurrence of a ordinal tie.
It should be a rare occurrence. Almost an
Yes.
occurrence that never happens.
Yes, because it is technically not supposed to happen. What we have found out
Why is that? Go on.
there is actually an error within the system. It's supposed to automatically detect ties, so the judges can quickly fix the numbers to avoid that from happening.
Yeah, because they are using Competition Suite. And as someone who judges, and I use Competition Suite, the color changes orange or red to let you know you have a tie in your subcaptions with another one. So then you go back and it'll tell you which one shows the tie. So really, there is no excuse for not noticing if you have a tie, even if you have 29 programs to judge. Comp Suite should, it's never not happened with me, should tell you if there's a tie. Continue.
And if the judge doesn't notice, the head judge should.
Yeah, I believe
Gotcha.
The head judge at this contest, Bill Duggan.
That's interesting. I would have said Dugan, but
Dugan?
whatever.
I don't know.
Kiski. I mean, Kiski's obviously right.
But ideally, the head judge should also be able to catch a mistake like that. However, mistakes happen, things slip through the cracks, and especially if the head judge is expecting, Competition Suite automatically
Right.
shows the ties to the judges, so that won't happen. But yeah, that is probably, it might have happened before way back when, but it is the first time that I have ever seen an ordinal tie. So that is something that was definitely interesting.
Right. And we don't know. Now, here's an explanation for UIL judges. We deal with 1,000 points, not 100. We deal with 1,000 points. So if we look at Pearland, for example, I'm just going to look at we're looking at what is their prelims recap.
Yeah.
It's 1,000 points total. 1,000 points total. So I believe ensembles 400, woodwinds are 300, content is 300, which gives you 1,000 points. So in prelims, Pearland got a 380 out of 400 in ensemble, 270 out of 300 in woodwinds, and 275 out of 300 for content, giving them a total of 925. You could just call it a 92.5. I don't know why we don't do that. I think Comp Suite could actually just figure that out for you. So this particular judge had a tie 943 for 2 different groups. Now the rankings were very different, but it ended up the same number for both, and the last number. which again, CompSuite should have alerted that whether you have a sub-caption tie or a full caption tie, or a full total tie, it should have told you. That's wacky. All right, continue.
Also, just a plain ordinal. Clements got first.
Y'all keep saying Clements. Isn't it Clements? It's Clements.
Clements got first in brass.
Kiski.
I say Clements.
Clements got first in brass.
First in brass. Now,
followed by Dickinson in second in brass.
Now, full transparency, I used to write for Dickinson, but my sister-in-law is the assistant band director there. So Dickinson, a great playing band who finished fourth. That's not out of the realm of possibility. But, if we look at the recap of the numbers of Clements, they were 9th in woodwinds, 1st in brass, 12th in percussion, 6th from one visual, 4th in the other visual. The outlier would be the 1st in brass. If we're just looking at the cold, hard facts. Continue.
And then I would think that Dawson would have scored a little bit higher in brass.
4th in brass was pretty low for them.
Agreed.
Or technically 5th in brass.
Oh, that's right.
7th in content.
Because as you had mentioned, every music judge, woodwinds, brass, percussion, has an music ensemble caption, subcaption, then their woodwinds, brass, or percussion, and then content. So you're still judging music ensemble, but then you're also judging your primary and then content. Now, is the content for that specific woodwind, brass, or percussion, or is it content for music ensemble?
That's the one that we are not sure of. Let us know.
Because I looked at that without knowing.
Know.
I would assume I'm judging percussion content, woodwind content, brass content, and just ensemble performance. That's how I would read it. But I haven't gone through the TMAA training. Plus, I bragged for so many Texas bands, so there's no way I could judge area. But okay, what else you got? Or is that it? This is pretty tame. What were the judges thinking?
Nothing too
just
unbelievable.
Especially like when you go to finals, I think things pretty normal.
No ties?
No ties. And just, I think, especially going off of prelims, nothing sticks out to me as egregious. So, yeah, I think the judges...
Mainly
it's
just
more,
the tie thing.
It's what was CompSuite thinking.
What was competition
CompSuite
suite thinking? I like that.
Also, look at Pearland's percussion total score in finals.
Almost perfect.
994.
That percussion section has improved immensely. They've got a new teacher in the last few years.
They got the same score in prelims as they did in finals.
Did they really?
994 in both.
Woo! I mean, that's basically almost as perfect as you can get without being perfect. I have always surmised that band and drum corps recaps should look like a zip code. Because if you look at WGI recaps, they're all over the place. And to me, that speaks to what you bring in as a judge. You can have a great playing band and a 10th place percussion, which we just talked about with Mo and Gene. You could be the opposite of that decades ago with Marcus in an amazing percussion section and an average band. No disrespect, but that was what they were known for. And now everything's just amazing over there. So I like to see, yes, there's dominance in times, but then I like to see that Elkins can get 9th, but 5th in percussion. We're going to reward your percussion instead of going, well, the percussion is great, but everything else was whatever. So we're going to put everybody
music
down.
7th or something like that. Yeah.
But to me, this I like that they do this, and it allows to and a group can get up in the top, but then maybe a caption is lower than they would like. I'm all for that. Not all sections are equal at all times.
I think this is a vast improvement over the old ones.
It's a good representation of when you can go to your because percussion and color guard are so separate from the band as much as we want to make them apart. They rehearse differently in different spots. They come in a week earlier. So they're, a percussion section can feel excited. Like, hey, we won drums. We might have got 10th overall, but we won drums.
Yeah.
Or we won color guard, but our band was 10th, something like that. Yeah, that was great. This weekend in band. Do we need to say this weekend plus the week in band? Because if we go all the way to Monday, Tuesday, that's what's going to be difficult. We'll talk about this off camera. Is we have all this stuff happening on Saturday, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah.
So let's just start out west in the school name that Chuck Henson loves saying the most, the California Regional at Rancho Cucamonga High School. What do we have for that?
I honestly am having a lot of trouble predicting this one.
Ooh.
You asked me at the beginning of the season, I say Vista Marietta.
Okay, I agree.
But then they lost to Chino Hills and were not too far ahead of Ayala. They were all neck and neck. That was when they all tied for visual at that one contest. And American Fork is going to be incredible as always. But so most people think that American Fork is going to win pretty decisively, because if you look in the past few years, whenever they have gone head to head, American Fork comes out on top pretty reliably, and there's not too much disagreement between the judges.
Yeah.
However,
yes,
every single year, probably since COVID has passed, the California bands have just kept on getting better.
Sure.
So I think it'll be a lot closer, and I think American Fork will medal, but they could also get fourth.
American Fork could get fourth.
Yes.
Wow.
But I don't think that will happen.
Save the hot takes for Willie.
I think it's going to be very close in that top four.
Closer than one would think.
Yes.
Do you agree? Do you concur?
I don't know much about American Fork this year. Yeah. So I can't.
Shout
really
out
say
to American Fork designer Jessica Glasgow, because she sent us a gift box that I just realized I forgot.
Oh.
But we will have it all ready to go on our new set next episode. We got some swag. We will take your swag. Anybody out there, bands, designers,
I'll wear it on the...
all designers.
I'll wear it on the
Aaron will
podcast.
wear all designer shirts.
Every single one.
Every single one. I haven't been a fan of them since they invaded America. Red Dawn, Moscow. But it's Idaho, Moscow, Idaho, for the Idaho Bands of America Regional. I presume this will be pretty easy, right?
I don't think so.
I say that because I don't.
I've been I'm pretty out of the loop with the Northwest Pacific region. However, I have been doing some lurking on the forums, forums.
They didn't pay it for this.
They did not.
So I'll bleep them.
I am associated, so
make sure you bleep that. Continue.
And I was just looking at the thread. It sounds like it's actually going to be pretty interesting. I think there's 5 bands that have been going back and forth all season within their own the NWAPA circuit, NWAPA.
Okay.
Which includes Cheney, who came to Grand Nationals 2 years ago. Or was that last year?
Is it Cheney? Or is it Cheney?
Cheney.
I think it was. Aren't they coming this year? Or was it last year?
That was last year.
Because they were raising money to do
yes.
it. Yes. That's what I remember.
Ridgeline, a band from Oregon. AC Davis, they're from Washington.
Sounds familiar.
They're
all traveling to Idaho? Idaho must not be very far away.
No, I mean, it's like right on the, like you have Washington, and then you have Oregon, and then you have Idaho right here.
Oh,
Moscow's
that
like
tells
right
you how
on the
much
border.
I know about geography. Okay.
I had a map hyperfixation as a kid, as the kids say these days.
So who's going to win?
I don't know. It could be any of them if you just, they've all been going back and forth. Cheney is the defending champion. There is back when they had the Moscow regional in the 80s, University Washington, they're also in attendance. However, I don't think they're in the same conversation as the other 5 groups.
Okay.
But I think it'll be a lot more interesting than people expect.
A glowing, solid prediction from Aaron the Truth Blackley about the Idaho Regional. All right, we won't go through every area, but this weekend, UIL Area 1A, 3A, 5A has their area competition to find out who's going to advance to the state
1A.
marching contest. I'm sorry?
Not 1A.
That's right.
Yes,
because
they advance from region.
Basically,
almost all of them. There's like this. There's a weird system.
But they have proposed that if you get a 1, you go to state, right? Am I correct in that?
No. It's. I do not know.
It doesn't matter. All right, so only 3A and 5A. What are we looking for? What's exciting?
I think the
most exciting one, I think, is Area H.
Yeah, Area H. It's the Leander ISD. area. They're going to be taking 5 to state.
5. So we know who 3 of them are. I hate to be a spoiler. But
I think we know all 5 of them.
who are they? Go.
It's going to be Cedar Park, Rouse, Leander, Tom Glen, and Liberty Hill.
Is Lake Belton not 5A?
They are in Area D.
Back in my day, Area D was Austin, San Antonio, and Spring and Westfield. Yeah. And the Woodlands. Oh, boy, it was awful. This is way better, but we stopped like at E, I think. I don't know. I could be mistaken.
Yeah.
It could be G. Wow. 3A is going to be fun. 5A should be fun. There's a lot that's going to happen.
3A Area C is... That's almost always the champion for 3A is going to come out of Area C. That's Mineola, Redwater, and Atlanta. They were your top 3 last year.
Okay.
There's a very good chance they will be the top 3 again this year. I think Winsboro has also been having a great season. They're in Area C. I think Area C will be the big one to watch for that one.
Okay.
But there's usually a bit of shakeup between area and state. Just because all the bands are so good out there.
Yeah, for sure. Wow. Okay. Now we have a big event. Some, I will call it the greatest marching band competition of the year. The 6A Marching Band Contest. I said it. I'm not, you know what? And I'm not afraid to admit it. I would put 6A finals over any other marching band competition. What do we got? 2A, 4A, 6A. Do you want to just talk about who you think's going to win? Who's going to win 2A, Aaron? Put it out here right now.
I have it as a 2-horse race between Sundown. They are the defending champions, and Rivercrest, who won 2 years ago.
That's true.
Last year they were 3rd. I think the show that they attempted was a bit of too big of a step for the band. It was very difficult, and I don't know if they were not able to achieve it. So I think that hurt them a little bit. But I saw their region run, and their show's very achievable. They sound amazing. They move very well. I think they're going to be back in that conversation for first again.
Awesome sauce. Is 2A the classification where that band made state for the first time in it was the greatest distance between
that was 4A last year.
All right, so 4A. Who's this 4A program that last year was the greatest amount of years between state appearances?
AC Jones out of Beeville, Texas.
AC Jones. And guess what happened this year?
They made state again.
Can't get any short of a distance between years to make state. Back to back. Shout out to AC Jones. I talked about him last year on the recap. So good for that. 4A. Give me top 5 so that I know you'll mention a band I wrote for.
I'll start with the 3 that I don't think are going to win. Okay. Sorry. That includes Sulphur Springs.
Okay, I didn't write for them.
Cal Allen.
Didn't write for them.
And
oh boy,
I'm gonna say 4 bands. Sorry.
So he can include mine. He forgot them. He wasn't going to put them in the top.
Yours were
Continue.
China Spring.
I wrote for them.
And the one I almost forgot was Panther Creek, Frisco. They've medaled the past 2 years.
Correct.
This is their 3rd year open.
Yeah,
so they're going to be going for that medal for like 3 consecutive medals, which is wild.
And then when did they go 5A? I mean, all Frisco schools eventually are 5A.
I think they're going to be on the bubble this year. So hopefully for the sake of 4A, they don't have to deal with a Frisco school until the next one opens, of course.
Right. Manifest destiny. So who are the schools that could potentially win 4A?
The defending champion, Salina.
Okay.
Not Selena.
Thank you.
Salina.
That is one that is a band's name I do know how to pronounce.
Great. I'm proud of you. The check cleared.
The other strong contender is Canyon. They've had some switch ups. One switch up. They got a new drill designer. They've been having an incredible season. They went out to Oklahoma this year for the Yukon Invitational. It finished 2nd, even taking music off of BOA regional champion Mustang in prelims. So they've been having a great season. I've seen videos of them This is the best they've been in a long time, if not ever. And I'm really excited to see how they do.
So you are predicting top 2 for the Canyon Arrows. It's a Simpson reference.
Yes.
Wow. That's a pretty hot take. What is the highest they've been in state finals before? Last year, right? Or
no? I want to say I could be completely wrong. I think 3rd is their highest, and that wasn't any time recently.
I was about to say that's got to be. Was it old 4? Like, have they always been old 4A or 4A? Or, I guess would they have been 3? Old 3A?
It would have been old 3A.
Yeah, that's a whole nother. We're not even going to go. We're not even going to validate that with a whole hour-long discussion about the changes from 5As to 6As potentially.
Just wait till 7A.
Which I think they should do, but that's another discussion. All right, 6A state championship. I think we should make our predictions. Do y'all have predictions? Is it the same? Are we all going to pick the same band? Is it even fun to predict?
Should we do it on a countdown again?
What? Who he thinks gonna win?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Why
so
not?
it'll be 1, 2, 3 in the school.
1, 2, 3 school.
And
okay.
no nicknames. The full name. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Flower Mound.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. Who's gonna get second? Y'all have your second?
Yes.
No nicknames.
I think I have my second, but I'm not sure about my second.
I have my second. Wow.
All right.
You got it?
Yes.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Vandegrift.
I forgot to say, but I was going to say Hebron.
Wow, how would you forget? We literally
I don't know.
Wow. Okay. All right.
I got nervous.
And then we'll round out our top 3. You have your third?
Yeah, I have my
Do you have your third? Mm-hmm. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Hebron.
Marcus. What did you say?
I said Vandegrift, sorry. I'm out of it. I'm off my
You
game.
said Marcus.
I said Marcus. That means I think Hebron's getting 4th. Wow.
Could happen.
I mean, anything could happen.
Anything could happen.
Anything could happen on Halloween. But that's Friday.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's our 6A. So we think Flower Man repeats. Is that right? Repeat? They won last year? No. Who won last year?
Vandy
Hebron.
won last year.
No,
I think.
Hebron won
No,
last year.
The Hebron won? Oh.
Yeah.
That's right. Oh, wasn't it a tie and it went to judges' favor?
Yes. I think the last 2 times Vandegrift won, or someone, Vandegrift and Flower Mound have tied with Hebron, but
Hebron's won the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. It's wild. Or no, not Hebron. Flower Mound. Hebron loses the tiebreaker.
Hebron won the tiebreaker last year.
Oh, okay. Is that what it was?
2 years ago, they lost the tiebreaker to Vandegrift.
Right. Percussion. Because of
So they
percussion.
got revenge.
Yes.
They got
That's what it
revenge.
was. Oh, there's just so much confusion. Woo, boy. That's a lot. That's a lot of band. And we're going to have a lot more band to talk about in the next 2 weeks. Well, and beyond. Because can't stop, won't stop. I'm excited now because we have seen the Indianapolis Super Regional. We have seen 6A area marching contest. I am ready for this week's National Top 15.
All right. And for this top 15, I've given it a title.
Oh, you've given this a
I
title?
have titled it The Grain of Salt Top 15 because area messes so many things up.
Oh, like take this with a grain of salt?
Yeah, take it with a grain of salt because area results more often than not don't really translate to BOA or state. So it's all very weird. So I'm
That
just
being said-
saying grain of salt, giant grain of salt. Number 15. You want to go 15?
I want to start.
All right,
So
all right.
15th, I have my prediction for the Area H champions. 5A Area H champions. Rouse.
15 we have Rouse.
5. Then who won area last year?
I think Rouse won area.
Gotcha. So they did. So it's the Vista Vandy Cedar Park Rouse thing. Gotcha.
Number 14, we have Mo and Gene Johnson, which would be surprising to a lot of people since they're like, oh, they got 4th at area below below Dripping Springs and Cedar Ridge, and everything, but it's area. Area is always
And you look
area
at
is
their
always
BOA
wacky.
results. Like,
Grain of salt. Grain of salt.
TMC, which is BOA judging.
Correct.
The results they put up there are consistently higher than they did this past weekend. So I think that is going to be closer to where we see them for the rest of the season.
All right.
Then 13, we have Ronald Reagan.
What were they last year? That's last week. Do you remember?
I think they were
Roughly about the same.
the same.
I think
All right.
they're below Mo and Gene.
Gotcha. But because of
Roughly the same.
yeah, all right. I will buy it. I will buy it. Continue.
Number 12, we have The Woodlands.
Ooh, that's all right. All right.
11. Blue Springs.
Yeah, Blue Springs.
They were 10th last week, right?
Yes.
Yes.
That means someone beat them. I'm very excited to find out what happened. Now we're entering the top 10. The top 10. All right.
The top 10, I feel very grain of salt comfortable about. Okay, number 10, we have Bentonville.
I'll buy it. I will buy that.
9, we have our 6A area H champions, Vista Ridge.
Oh, wait a minute. All right. All right.
And 8th place, we have Vandegrift.
That is shocking. Wow. Every week you pull something out that surprises me. Pause. Wow. All right. All right. Woo,
Giant grain of salt.
I don't know what else you can do to surprise me.
I don't think this is what's going to look like at
says.
the end of the season.
Yes.
But,
This is week to week. This is week to week. This day. What's next?
7th, Marcus.
Yeah, I predicted them to get third at state over
And
Hebron, but
in 6th place, we have Hebron.
oh, okay. So, yeah, but grain of salt. Grain of salt.
Grain of
Wow. Wow. I think if I'm being 100% honest, it is the show of Hebron that hasn't won me over in a
The
way.
performances.
Well,
Yeah,
there's no
so
question.
good,
Every
man.
year the performance, it's will their performance, this is my opinion, propel them and overcome any, I will just say dislikes of the overall show design.
the design,
I won't say deficiencies, but some may not like the content and design of the show. Will the performance, will excellence as an effect overcome everything else for them? And it has proven since COVID. So I might be the odd man out, but okay, I'll buy it. All right.
5, we have Carmel.
You moved them up, but I thought you'd move them up higher. So this is not too much of an overreaction Tuesday. We are recording this on Tuesday because we had area yesterday, so we needed to wait for those results. He says, not knowing full well that was what actually was going to happen. All right.
Number 4, we have Tarpon Springs.
Did you see that comment that someone couldn't understand why y'all had Tarpon so low? That's why I said y'all. I don't do these. I just react. They just won. They have the highest score. They 6-pointed Fishers. Why are they not higher?
Well, there's the why we moved them is because of Fishers. Fishers did so well at Indy that we were like, okay, well then Tarpon beat them by 6 points.
Adding more fuel to my fire that marching is like college football. You are taking strength of schedule into account. That's right. Oh, boy. I mean, at this point, wait, who's third?
That's you.
Broken Arrow.
I can't believe I forgot about Broken
Broken
Arrow.
Arrow.
Wow. Broken Arrow still your potential champion, Willie?
I don't know. Maybe.
Not as of today. And then
Number 2, we have
are you gonna do it?
I can do it.
Are you gonna do it?
Avon.
Oh my God, you did it! Woo! Oh boy.
Did you hear the little?
Y'all know how to reach me. Oh wow.
And number 1,
What did Flower Mound do? Sorry, who's number 1?
Flower Mound.
What did
Flower
Flower Mound do? Or what did Avon do? Is it because Avon lost those captions?
it's
Yes.
because Avon lost those captions, and we finally saw Flower Mound's closer.
Yes.
Oh, it's so good.
Somebody, I don't know who said
it's
it,
so good.
but said this is the perfect show finally for Flower Mound to take to Grand Nationals. Is that
Yes,
correct?
yes. I could go on a
Well, we don't have time.
double the length of this podcast on why Flower Mound show is so good.
We'll have time,
But-
as we get closer to it. Wow, I was shocked. I said there was no way y'all could shock me anymore. I'm gonna get messages about this. We're gonna get comments about it.
Then again,
But you know what?
grain of salt.
Let me guess. Oh, typical Texas bias. Thinking a Texas band's gonna. Okay, you're right. We're Texas people. We just, band is just better in Texas. That's right. I said it. Shout out
Not just-
TexasBands.com.
Not just band, music education.
Well, that
That is the foundation.
I don't think
of
anybody
everything.
would argue that part.
And
Music.
then again, grain of salt. I could easily see Avon winning Nats. I
Yeah.
could see Flower Mound winning Nats. I could see Broken Arrow winning Nats. If Tarpon win, I could see them winning Nats.
This is going to be a generational Grand Nationals.
I think so. I think we are going to see a heavyweight battle between a number of programs. I mean, could we see three? I don't think we will, but could we see three different winners of prelims, semis, finals at Grand Nationals?
Absolutely.
And it could be one. It could be of four bands. I don't want to discount anybody else, but ABCF, right? Like those are your top four, arguably. That would be Avon, Broken Arrow, Carmel, and Flower Mound. Woo. Now, we like to make sure that we are correct, and we did correct ourselves post-edit. But there are 7 bands, 7 bands attending Grand Nationals from the great state of Texas. Did we name them and we just forgot to name this band? Or did we just count?
We just counted.
Okay, we counted. So we doesn't have to mention the band we forgot, do we? I think we did count the name of the band.
We did name them.
We forgot South Lake Carroll.
And if you just look at a brief history lesson,
The history is amazing.
They missed BOA Prosper finals.
Yep.
They did not make state.
Correct.
Both of these were also true in 2022 when they made Grand National finals. So going off of just if history repeats itself, South Lake Carroll will be a Grand National finalist.
And was the most recent visit the widest jump of, was that them or was that Prosper?
22nd to 11th to 7th.
22nd to 11th, which means they...
That's...
Yeah.
Reading that on a sheet is
22nd to 11th to 7th. So if you are ranked 22nd place, you can still make Grand National Finals, conceivably.
It's a possibility.
Oh, man. Lots of band, lots of fun. I'm excited. I'm nervous. I'm anxious in all the right ways. I don't even write for a lot of bands, and I get excited. I'm still jaded and cynical, but I can still enjoy a darn good playing band. I don't think I mentioned this publicly. I texted the program coordinator and head director after their performance at TMC. I enjoyed Vandegrifts' program. I enjoyed their show this year. It might be my favorite since their Grand National show. Me personally, I don't want to say that I have not enjoyed a Vandegrift show because that's too big of a. But this is definitely my favorite since their Grand National show.
I haven't seen their show since Austin. I haven't watched a run of their show, and all I could remember from Austin is how good their opener staging was.
Well, guess what? That was the last time you probably saw Cedar Park, too.
Yep.
Which, another correction, I was informed by one of their staff members, a best friend who I've known for, since I was 16 years old. He informed me that they decided not to play their closer at UIL because they were worried, based on the timing, that they hadn't worked out just yet, that they would exceed the 8-minute
And that makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
So they have their closer. I don't know if it was a game time decision. I don't know if it was during the performance they go, we have to cut our closer. I don't know. But I did say, have you learned your show? And he says, oh yeah. Why didn't you play it at UIL? We were worried we were going to go over the 8 hours. 8 minutes.
Makes me feel a lot better.
It makes me feel a lot better.
They did had a minute 45 on the clock. So I think they would have had time for their closer. It might have been cutting it
Might
close.
have been a photo finish.
Yeah, so I can understand them cutting it.
But you only need to have 5 minutes, I think, in UIL region to get a win. So
they're going to get a win anyway.
yeah, they were.
Yeah,
They
so.
call for submissions if you have stories, scores, suggestions. You want to be a correspondent. You want to do a little live video, but not live, but it would be live for you. Let me know. Send it our way. Here's the email address. If you have topics that you want us to discuss, we'll probably tackle them all during the off season because that's the best time to answer these questions. I get the emails. I save them. We're going to talk about them. It's going to be great. We love band. I always forget to say stuff like this because I hate begging for likes and comments and stuff, but this is not what this is, but I kind of throw it together. Thank you to everyone who watches us and gives us thumbs up and likes and subscribes and shares our video. We got a lot of shares and a lot of follows this past week. So we appreciate all of that. We love talking about band, and it's definitely a hobby because we don't get paid to do this. We are taking out our time to go see band and watch band. So we appreciate you being involved in this. As I mentioned in the earlier editorial, I wanted to create a community where we could meet up to talk about band. And I know we have Discords, and I know we have Slacks, and we have forums. We have all these different things. There's not one hub. I eventually want this to become the place that people go to in ESPN, an Athletic, a Ringer, where people are like, we do this, and they comment on all this. Like, that's my goal. This will become bigger than what we are, but it can't become bigger without you, the subscribers, the fans, the watchers, the supporters, and yes, even the haters, because your views and hate comments still contribute to the algorithm. So we'll take it. We'll take it. Anything for the good of the order?
I think we should run a giant poll into everyone that watches predictions for Nats and run it through a thing to see what the general consensus for everybody's.
So like create a Google Doc, because then they can do it that
like
way.
a Google form, and everyone can select what their.
Yeah, if you are interested in that, we'll probably run it through the Substack. So you should. That way we can send it out, because we can send the link to the Substack. I don't know that you. I think we can click a link, put a link. We can do all. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Follow us on Instagram.
I think it'd be fun.
Follow us on a Substack. I don't think I can put a link. I can put it in the description of this. So we'll put something together, and then you can put your predictions down. We'll talk about how to put it all together coming soon. So, all right, that's the program. We'll be back either on Sunday. I think we might do 2 episodes next week. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll talk about it amongst ourselves. Good band to us all.
Yep.
Go band.
Hello. Goodbye.